How buddy, welcome. Oh, sorry for the late stream. Did I stream last night? I think I did, really late. Or did I not? I can't remember. I've been on bad sleep for a while. Keep getting distracted. I think I got on last night. And I was tired and had been drinking, and I got on like really late with Jason. Yeah, didn't we? And we had that really long game. Um, and we ended up losing it in the end. I just can't win on that Abraxas account recently. Or was that, no, was that 2 days ago? And I just wasn't on last night? I can't remember. Maybe that was 2 days ago. I don't know, I've been like, not great sleep, not working out, not great eating, just not good. For the last, God, it's probably almost a month at this point. Because my wife had to go to this funeral, and I was kind of watching the kids the whole time, and or watching one of the kids. And that was like really time consuming, and I just kind of got out of my habits. And then she went to Vegas pretty soon after that, and then she came back and had COVID, and so I had to kind of do everything around the house then for a week, and now school has started, so I'll get back in the swing of things. I just got to recover a little bit, so I will eventually try to get back to like hopefully 9:30 or 10 o'clock streaming, but just got to get everything else set up too. It's all just a package. They all feed into each other. Nutrition, working out, sleeping. Probably also feeds into why I'm losing a lot on this account. First pick, blind pick. I mean, I guess it's just Recon, right? Like, I could do,
Let's dance.
I mean, who else would I do? I mean, I could do, like, Leona or something, but I feel like Recon is... Yes, he doesn't have... There are some matchups that aren't great, but I feel like he's one of the best blind picks. Because you could just kind of at least have playable matchups into most things. What are we... Oh, God. Karthus? We have an all AP team. Like, what is that? Okay, well, we're never killing Udyr. Probably never killing... I mean, it's going to hard to kill anybody with Lulu. I think I just dodged this. This is so goofy. Rumble, I don't think, is great in the jungle right now. Set, in theory, is good top, but... this is just too many chefs in the kitchen here. We'll just pass on that. Yes, yeah, I think that's gonna kill Warmogs. The 200 extra price is a lot, and they're like nerfing the movement speed by like 5 or 10%. That'll do it. So yeah, I think that'll kick it out of the meta. 3,200. I mean, 3,000's already pushing it. But that extra 15% movement speed is just so good. What's up, channel multiple things? Yeah, either you're early or I'm late. One of the two. Two sides of the same coin, I guess. Well, I mean, they nuke buffed it. Didn't they give it like 300 HP, or maybe it was 200 HP for no extra cost or something crazy like that? Like, they like insanely buffed it. After they had already like nerfed or changed a lot of the other stuff. I mean, it's kind of a goofy item. It shouldn't have the movement speed. Why does it have... I mean, maybe the 5%, but that's just what they should have done, is just taken off the 10% movement speed. Right? If it's just supposed to be like a sustain tank item, it doesn't need movement speed, in my opinion. The movement speed just makes it too good for the wrong reasons. This takes up way too much of the power budget. Okay, let me see what their full preview is in numbers here. I haven't looked at that today. Caitlyn hasn't been what? Wasn't she really OP like maybe 6 patches ago? And she's still playable. No, she was like, when everybody was going collector, like the collector rush, she was good, right? Yeah, we were just talking about that, Delaby. I think, yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure. I mean, let me see exactly what they're doing to it. Yeah, 200 extra gold and nerfing the speed by 5% is probably too much. I think it's not just for supports. I just don't think anybody's gonna buy that outside of maybe very, very specific users. Maybe like Sejuani. I know you hate Jhin. I think Jin's pretty good. People are even playing Jhin in some pro games. He's just getting hit like not nearly as much as the other ADCs so far. They keep nerfing ADCs like across the board for mid lane. It's like, how about you just buff mages? Like, or just like nerf like early game basic ADC items. Like nerf the sustain on Doran's Blade, or yeah, just nerf a lot of the sustain. I mean, that's kind of what they're doing by nerfing Absorb Life and Fleet Footwork. Fleet probably does need to get nerfed a little bit. The Celestial Opposition nerf is kind of weird. They say a lot of like supports get it, which is like maybe, but I feel like the Claw was pretty good. Maybe after you nerf Warmogs and the supports go back to getting cheaper items without as much sustain, then Celestial Opposition will be better. They banned Leona. I need to practice Rel one of these days when I'm actually conscious. My brain's not working well enough to try something totally new. I guess I'll just do Rakan here.
Let's dance.
Oh yeah, you're right. Like, who cares? The slow? Yeah, you're right. That is kind of a goofy nerf. Because most of the champs that are getting in there already have a lot of CC or a lot of slows, you know? Or they can just build Zeeks or something and get a bunch of slow. Slows are, I mean, like, so many champions have slows built in their kit and they don't stack. I mean, I guess that's a bigger slow than most champion slows, to be fair, but I probably should have taken Second Wind here, too. I don't know. Vayne's probably not going to poke that much, but Seraphine will. I mean, conditional or conditioning or whatever will be good if I get Mordekaiser ulted or, like, Katarina. So it's not horrible. but well, yeah. See, I was about to say Locket would not be first. It probably will go back to being Zeke's. Maybe in certain matchups, Abyssal Mask, because that is a really good item, depending on the support. But and you like your composition. But if you've got a couple of AP users, and they do too, like that's a possibility. But yeah, it'll probably be Zeke's, I would say. Zeke's, then Locket. If they have a bunch of ADCs, maybe Frozen Heart second. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. I'm not probably gonna do it this game, the Zeke's. I mean, I don't know. Like, they do have Mord and Cat, and I'm probably gonna be getting hit by one of those. And Seraphine, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much magic damage Udyr is going to be doing. I guess it depends on his build. If he does, like, the Leandri's build, is that still a thing on him? Does he go just like Leandri's into all tank items or something? I'm not even sure what he builds these days. Okay. Yeah, and then of course you got Ari. Mundo does some magic, but I think he's mostly physical.
I love evil, and evil loves me. It's gonna be an easy fight.
Come on, make it
But I think Warmogs, until it gets nerfed, is still probably just too good. As a first item. Maybe get Zeke second or something. I don't know why people don't step up at level 2. I should have even been stepping up more. But I at least got the Seraphine. Like, it's so easy to get a flash at level 2 in this elo. People just never respect it. If you just step up. Their supports also very rarely, or they just like don't hit the wave. Like Seraphine's sitting here messing with me instead of trying to like fix this wave. Yeah. I didn't realize that was going to be warded. Okay, Seraphine's like out of magic here. Or out of mana. This is a nice trade.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Nice. I don't know. I mean, maybe I could try an Abyssal Rush.
Enemy has been slain.
feels a little goofy. I think I'm gonna have to get Warmogs first. I just like the Reju Beach is too good here. Especially because I don't have Second Wind. I mean, it's still, like, the pros are still buying it on the patch. It's still OP right now, but it is gonna be, it is gonna be bad next patch. Oh, this thing is a, statue that my wife made, a bust. It's a, sculpture. That's what I'm looking for. That my wife made in art class. I think it was either high school or college. Of Sitting Bull. I can maybe bring it up on the break if I remember. But I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, hey, that looks kind of classy. Let's put that in, God, the wave's in such a terrible spot, though. I should have pushed it faster. I mean, he really should have pushed it, but as soon as he left, I should have pushed it faster.
Killing spree.
I still think that killing wards should give you more XP. Because it's like, you should be trying to clear the vision as much as possible, but you get penalized as a support for doing that. To some extent. Like, you're trading XP for it. Just had to dodge that.
An enemy has been slain.
Yes. Yeah, it's Sitting Bull. So it's just a cool statue. I mean, she just thought it looked cool when she did it for an art class assignment. Such an awkward buy. I guess I'll just buy that. testing it? God, that's annoying.
Unstoppable. Killing spree. Double kill.
Let's let him have it for now. Oh, she's gonna... Hopefully we can make her pay for tumbling forward. Nice. Oof. Almost got hurt too. If I flashed that, I maybe could have killed her. I don't know. Nice. She's gonna bait me with a heal. Nice.
I do what I want. No Star Guardian can say the same.
Oh my god, how did she even get in range for that? And so she ran around the inside of our base? Because I did not see her at Dragon. That's really annoying. She was 0-4. I guess I should have flashed faster.
Thanks, Riku. Real cool. Alright. I look good in How do the Star Guardians see anything? Their sparkles are so darn sparkly.
Okay.
An enemy has been slain.
Safety? Boring. Let's start fighting.
I guess... No, never mind.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I embrace the darkness.
Okay, she's top. Oh my god, really?
An enemy has been slain.
Man, it's gonna be... That's like warded, man.
Most good guys kill themselves.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Perfection doesn't exist, except for my hair.
Real? There's no fucking way. Get that shit out of here, dude. Is Katarina roaming like that? Come on, man. She just happens to be there at that exact moment. Did they get Jin too? Where the fuck did Jin go? Oh, he got ulted.
Killing spree.
Yeah, I don't know why they were pressing up like that.
Thing was boring.
That was pretty dumb.
Forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness. Prince of Evil, the Emperor of Hotness.
Yeah, it's really cool. My wife's great at art.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, I think Solstice is still just kind of the go-to on Recon, but
Then laugh in their faces.
fucking broke the tower off that too.
Your turret has been destroyed.
What's up, nerd? Self-control is for star nerds. I choose fun. World's gonna burn. I'm amazing by
Your team has destroyed a turret.
living the dream. The dream.
Don't let her catch you, bro. What? Oh, Pantheon.
I dance to the beat. Dark.
Does she have a gallery? Not per se. I could make it. I probably should make an album of her stuff, but it's a lot of kind of practical stuff. She hasn't done a lot of like painting and things like that recently. Oh my god, I got baited so hard into their bullshit. I mean, Mundo got out. I should have just let Mundo go. Dear. But she did that. She's made like the table. She does a lot of practical stuff. She made all these shelves, not like from scratch, but she got the lumber, and this bottom part was a thing that came stock, and she just like sanded it and painted it and everything. But the stuff, you know, above it, all the actual shelves, she sort of crafted those out of, you know, different pieces of wood. So she does a lot of like woodworking.
I don't apologize for doing my thing.
God, I didn't hit this. Okay.
Safest for
We've got all the dragons, we just have to quit throwing. I really needed to not. That one was really dumb. I definitely should not have died on that one. The Katarina one earlier was like kind of dumb. That last one was really dumb. How fed is Ari? Ari's pretty fed. Can we kill him?
this is the life sucks without Zaya, but it is less complicated.
An ally has been slain.
break. Chocolate bar.
She had that warded? Really? God bless, he still fucking got it off. That's obnoxious. I'm just gonna mute. I mean, I usually can get out too, but Mordekaiser just showed up out of the bush. I should have just flashed immediately when he cast a spell. We'll get Abyssal next.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
My cloak is woven from the whispers of starfields. The secret.
Mundo's trolling, dude. Like, help us kill this, man. Are we not gonna go for Soul when we have Baron?
Evil.
God, and they kill him while he's splitting. Like, I guess we just give it, man. I don't. The dumbest shit ever. Like, we could have just prio. Everyone just killed Baron, like 5 to 10 seconds faster. Prio mid, push it up, secure vision around Dragon, make him walk into this turbo fed Ari's charm, and my CC. What does crash out mean? You mean drop out or what? Or is that slang for something else?
Whoa! Danger brings out my bad side.
No one's dropping out yet. But inevitably every semester there'll be 1 or 2 people that just, no matter how much I beg them to turn stuff in, they just won't do it. Oh, start going crazy? No. Never had it. I mean, there'd have to be something just... I mean, my class is so chill. Like, I don't know what would trigger it. Getting violent? No. I've never heard of that at the university, period. I'm sure it happens. There's like 30,000 something students, but it would be odd. I think it would have to be like a professor that's just like being extremely disrespectful, or like a student that's just like, I don't know, going through some stuff. Oh my god. I mean, I know that happens in high schools, but like, maybe some colleges, but like the types of students, I don't know. Like, I've had some, you know, poor students or low socioeconomic students in my class. I don't know. Like, I don't see any way it could ever really be personal. Like, I'm very chill. I'm very accommodating about their grades. You know, if they have a good reason, you know, almost always will excuse absences or let them turn stuff in.
An enemy has been slain.
I don't, like, provoke controversial, you know, debates in class.
Life is way more rules.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of those students that are, like, you know, troubled like that usually don't go to four-year colleges. Why are we doing this? Can we just leave?
Those good guys.
No, just run, man. Like, what the fuck is going on? It's like 2 people literally just running into 5 of them. Mr. Deer's just lost his mind. As far as macro, like, what happened? We could have had Baron and Soul, like, 2 minutes ago. Then said he decided to randomly split top. He gets caught and killed in 1v1. Trouble type.
Woo! Being bad just feels so good.
I mean, I've only ever had one... Well, that's not true. I've probably had maybe 3 students in the 10 years I've been teaching that have been, like, openly somewhat disrespectful. Like, it's not very many. Some students will write, like, you know, a bad eval. There's maybe one of those every semester, but usually they're, like, very passive-aggressive about it, right? Like, they don't say anything in class. A lot of times there's not really an indication, usually, that they're gonna do that. But, like, you know, usually I know who it is, and it kind of makes sense. But I'm like, really? It's almost always people that are just, like, really disengaged from the class, and, you know, the thing is, I help them out so much, and then they just, like, you know, will go and write a bad eval. Like, people that really have no business passing the class, and then I'll excuse their absences, or, like, you know, give them a passing grade on a garbage essay or something. But that's very few students. Most students are very cool, very appreciative, you know, at least neutral about the class. And I think most of them are at least somewhat positive about the class. Which is pretty good, considering very few of them actually, you know, become English majors, or even really like English. A lot of them have very, or not a lot, but I would say there's, like, a pretty decent amount that are at least skeptical of it, like at least the usefulness of an English class. And some of them outright just had bad English classes, you know, that kind of sucked. Gotta hold my W for Cat. Oh my god, what? Is nobody killing Cat? He kills them, right? Maybe he can't. Yeah. God, it's just like showdown with this dragon, huh? Does he have Warmogs? He does. Can he just solo it? He should be able to. Guess I'll get Locket next. Cat better not just like flying out of this bush and steal it or something. She tried. They're probably gonna kill him. But
An ally has been slain.
that's worth though. But yeah, there's really not any trouble. I mean, most students are very intimidated and afraid, no matter how like friendly I am to them. Like, a lot of them are very afraid is maybe not it, but like a certain level of respect, I think, is a lot of their default, right? Regardless of what they think, most students are like, okay. And part of it is I think they, you know, they get the sense that I am trying to help them out. I am trying to make it useful or relevant for them, whatever we're doing. But I think the default for the vast majority of students is a certain level of respect.
Has been slain.
Or at least they put off that vibe, regardless of whatever they're thinking. Yeah, and most people that like have a problem or have a bad day, like usually it's not personally me. It's very rarely. It does happen, but it's really rare. Where they're like, nah, fuck this guy. Usually it's just a misunderstanding. This one guy, like, it was last semester, it was a guy that I helped out again that really didn't have a lot of business passing the class, and I let him, even though, it, like, one of his main essays was just, like, so bad, and he knew it, and he said it. He's like, I know this is terrible, just tell me what my grade is on it. Alright, I mean, and I was trying to be as generous as possible. I mean, really, he should not have passed the class, but I did everything I could to try to help him out, because he showed up for most things, and I think he may have had some, like, potential learning disabilities and stuff like that. But throughout the semester, he was just always kind of skeptical of some of the stuff we were teaching, and he's like, couldn't really understand it. And, you know, I tried to, like, you know, clarify some things for him, but I'm almost positive he ended up writing a bad email. Like, this class was terrible. It just didn't make any sense. Blah, blah, blah. Right. One person that I think he just misunderstood what I was saying. I don't know. He's just, like, so crazy. He had missed, like, 15 classes, like, so much throughout the semester, and I ended up letting him pass because it was around COVID, and some classes were remote using Zoom, and I said people could Zoom in if they were sick, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's an excused absence. Like, they had to talk with me and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And he just, like, went MIA for, like, 3 months or something. And I let this other girl who did that, I let her pass because I believe she was confused about the policy. And she came in, and she was a really good student, wrote great essays, all this kind of stuff. But she thought she could just do it remotely if she wanted to, and she had some stuff going on with her job and her family and all this. And anyway, I was like, okay, fine. If I'm going to let her, like, if I'm going to bend the rules for her, I guess I'll bend it for him to be fair, even though I don't think he has as much of a good explanation for it. And so I let him come back in and make up all this missing work and do all this stuff, and it was low quality and all this, but we finally, you know, I was like, all right, he's trying now. He's turning some stuff in, so I'm like letting him pass. But then where it's like no other teacher's gonna let this guy pass probably. And then I just told him, because my university was like changing their policy on masks, and you know, I told him, look guys, because they are just like, you have to wear a mask, and then the next, you know, week it was like you don't have to wear a mask. It was like the federal law said one thing, but then the state law conflicted with it, said another thing. And so I was like, all right guys, you don't have to wear a mask in here, and I'm telling you that, you know, I'm not gonna be offended either way. I said I'm gonna continue wearing my mask because I know that makes some other people in here feel more comfortable. But I said just be aware. You know, if you don't want to wear a mask, I would talk with the other professors about it, and you know, just make sure they're cool with it, because you know some people might hold it against you if you take that off, right? And it might be one of those subtle things where, you know, they're not outright gonna you know, hit your grade for that, but at the same time they could see it as a sign of disrespect. And if it's like, you know, something's borderline, or it's coin flip, like, hey, they're supposed to give you a penalty for turning this stuff in late, but you know, they could decide to do it or not. I was like, you may not get the benefit of the doubt on some of these, you know, gray areas or coin flips where they could go either way. And so, you know, I was just saying, just have a conversation with them about it if you don't want to wear a mask. And then most students like understood that. I'm trying to give them a tip. I'm trying to like let them know, you know, that it's wise to make sure that you're clear to professors about masks or anything else if there could be a misunderstanding, that you're not trying to be disrespectful about whatever it is. Well, this guy, like, in his review, just completely flipped out. He's like, this guy's a total fascist. Like, the law says we don't have to wear a mask. He was saying he was going to fail everybody if we didn't wear a mask. I'm an American. I pay my taxes and freedom and, you know, all this kind of stuff. So it was like, that's not what I said. I literally said I was fine, and you don't have to explain it to me if you don't want to wear a mask, because they changed the rule. But God, it was just so clowny, because it was like, I just helped this guy out. Like, this guy 100%, I think he had failed the class, like, potentially multiple times. I'm pretty sure he had failed it at least once, probably for not showing up. And like, here I am trying to help him out. And it was something where I was trying to help everybody else out so they don't get, you know, sort of in trouble with their other professors potentially. And yeah, he just spits in my face like that. But I told my department head about that, and he was just like, man, if we read that review, we'd just laugh. Because we know you're not like that. I was like, okay, good. But anyways, those are extreme outliers, though. Most students, I think, are very friendly, very appreciative, you know, of what I try to do to help them out. Even if they don't necessarily like English, even if they don't necessarily buy into everything I'm saying, I think usually there's a certain level of respect there, because they at least understand my intent is to try to help them as much as I can, professionalize, and, you know, get the kind of jobs they want and be successful, right? Even, again, if they don't buy into everything I'm trying to do, I think they can at least respect the intent. But anyways, okay, well, that's it, unfortunately. Well, hold on, I can look at this real quick for you guys, but I can't play another game, unfortunately, because I have to get up, like, really early, and I really shouldn't have been on tonight, but I wanted to get at least one game in for you guys, because I don't think I streamed last night. I can't remember. Let me see. Okay, so Caitlyn gets more traps, I think. Yeah, people max that second. It's probably not going to matter too much. Attack speed ratio up a little bit. Could matter. Graves, okay, he's kind of out of the meta, but this gives him a little bit more damage. Maybe. I'm not really sure why he's not played. I think it's just because that would just be too much AD. But if they get like the ADs out of mid, at least in professional play, who knows about solo queue? But if they get the ADs out of mid, then maybe maybe he can make a comeback. Same thing with Kindred. I think she's probably just a victim of the current meta, more so than just being terrible. But I don't know for sure. Lissandra, a little bit more damage. Okay, that's bad for me if Lissandra's back in the meta. Because she's really like good at CC. I don't think this is going to move the needle too much. I think she's still just like really low range, really low damage, just doesn't scale very well with items. I mean, if you just want like someone who is like really good lockdown and just better than Syndra, I'd probably just play like Malzahar or something. Let me see. Twisted Fate, Q damage on the cards is up a little bit. Maybe that matters. I think he's mostly been played as a top laner. If that's an important break point for wave clearing faster and that allows him to roam better or whatever, like maybe that could be useful. I think you do max Q first as mid lane TF, but I think there are probably better options out there. Although like that gold card is very useful. And in mid lane you can roam a lot better around the map, so we'll see, but I don't think so. Seems like he'd be really easy to gank. Okay. Varus Q damage is 90 to 370. Wow, that's crazy. And then 1.5 to 1.9. Oh, okay. So it's bonus AD instead of total AD. Okay, so the baseline damage is higher, but doesn't scale as well or something? I don't know. I can't do that math off the top of my head. I'm sure Freak will do a video about the math on it. They say it's a buff otherwise. I mean, 370 seems really high for just base damage. Because doesn't it gets like multipliers the longer you hold it, and then you can press W to put extra damage on it too. I mean, yeah. And still a 1.9 even bonus AD ratio. Good. Yeah, I mean, that seems like a really big buff. I think you're right. I don't know, like, if he one-taps people off of, like, 2 items, that's good. But otherwise, like, Lethality Varus is kind of hard to make work in solo queue. But it's possible. E has a much bigger bonus AD ratio, too. Okay, so, like, I mean, that's big. That's, like, 20% extra bonus AD on the E. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what the itemization would be. I mean, just, like, opportunity or... I don't know. But, yeah, that could be pretty good. Aurora... Damage is down. Okay, sure. Ashe, HP is down. Is Ashe that much of a problem right now? She's not a mid lane ADC. I mean, she has played as support. She's a contested pick in like Korea and China, but she seems fine. Brand, I can't tell. It's a nerf versus monsters, so nerfing is wave clear. I think it's fine. I don't know what it is right now. Like, it's not showing the comparison. But, okay. So he's probably... I think when Freak explained this, I watched part of Freak's explanation without the numbers. I think the goal was to make Brand's early clears similar, but to make, like, his mid and late game clear and, like, Baron potential and stuff like that a little bit weaker. Ezreal 2 AD. That seems like a meme, but that could matter. Especially because he's a Sheen user, which is, you know, does damage on... based on your base AD. So, I still think Ezra will be okay. I don't think he's really OP right now. He's, like, a pretty good safe pick or, like, weak side pick in pro. So, that's fine. You probably tap him down a little bit. I don't think he's that big of a deal. I don't think too many people are playing him mid. Cat. Why are you nerfing Cat? It just feels random, because I feel like she's kind of underpowered right now. But, Okay. And so, sure, I guess Kennon's getting nerfed a little bit. Does he even win that much? I know he's, like, picked in pro, but every time I see him, like, there's a couple of games where it's like, all right, he's okay, but not crazy. There's a couple of games where he pops off, but I feel like there's a lot of games where he really does nothing, too. And just gets, like, dumpstered. Let me see. He's 48% win rate, the 4th most picked top laner. Rumble's not getting touched. I don't know. Cassante has a higher win rate, and he's played way more. But no top laners really seem to be that dominant or that problematic outside of, like, maybe Rumble. Who's like 80% presence. He is banned a ton. Yeah, I mean, if really anybody should be getting nerfed from top, it should probably be Rumble. Oh, they are nerfing Rumble. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I don't know, like, all the combinations of his kit, but yeah, nerfing his damage a little bit's probably fine. LeBlanc, again, I don't think she's that problematic. That's weird. Lilia is getting picked a pretty good amount. I think that's a pretty big nerf to her clear, but I'm not 100%. Pyke, why is Pyke getting nerfed? No one plays as champ. Okay, 4 less armor. If anything, he should get a buff. Okay, Senna. Now, people have been saying this is really OP. I don't remember the win rate on it, but I think it's pretty good. Plus 60%. Okay. So the Q's getting nerfed and the R shield's getting nerfed. Okay, so Enchanter version's getting nerfed after a couple patches. After one patch. Seraphine's shield is down. I feel like Seraphine's okay too, but maybe not. Silas nerf. They just buffed him. Okay. Absorb life getting nerfed. That's probably good. Yeah, just all these like just free sustain things in the lane for ADCs I think need to be nerfed. I would also buff something about mages too. Potentially. I mean, even something like Phase Rush maybe might help mages actually escape from ganks and stuff a little bit more. If they're worried about that, like Orianna, that type of thing. But yeah, I think it'd be healthier to bring back in and make more viable like mages and assassins in the mid lane. Right now, a lot of ADCs are just hard dominating it because they have so much sustain early. They can take all of these trades, and a lot of them have really good escape, so they're kind of hard to gank too. When you think about like Corki, Tristana, like Zeri's getting played some, Smolder. Like, it's kind of hard to lock those champs down. So, but like Zed's W for some reason, you know, has like a 20-second cooldown. Anyways, okay. Well, that's it. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll try to get on a little bit earlier tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm getting into. I might be hanging out with some friends, but I should be able to get on certainly before 12:30. So, anyways, that's it. Thanks. Have a good day, and we'll see everybody next time.